on this computer. Wait, okay. So welcome to new member orientation. This first slide here is very boring. I'm going to click and go to the next one. And whoop, I went too fast. Here we go. So certainly you guys know that the Chamber is an organization that advocates for businesses. So this mission shouldn't surprise you. But one other fun thing about the Hermosa Chamber is that we're also the Visitors Bureau. So we are the sole agency in Hermosa Beach responsible for recruiting, advertising, communicating with visitors, making sure they have a great experience here. In addition to advocating for business, representing, promoting business, and giving businesses opportunities to reach an audience to support their business. So this is a very simplified mission, but the truth is we do a lot, and we try and serve members as much as possible. Here's a little bit of 22 in review. If you haven't seen this yet, or if you have seen this yet, bear with me. We posted these on social, but there's some information here that I think is very relevant to everybody to know our impact and our size, and why, even though we're a town of 1.4 square miles, why we're the largest chamber in the beach cities, and why our budget is number 7 in all of LA County. So we do a lot at this chamber with a bare bones budget, and we try and represent all types of business as much as we can. We have about 475 members. Actually, that's gone up a little bit since we created this. Last year, our increase was 166 members. The year before that, I think it was 144. We serve about 160,000 attendees to various events throughout the whole year. So whether your business is interested in business to business, or business to South Bay residents, or business to SoCal residents, we have something for you to participate in to try and get exposure. We had over 60 sponsors last year. We did 9 ribbon cuttings. I won't read all of these, but we do promotional emails. You'll see in part of my presentation. We sent 101 of those last year, and 54 member emails to each of you. That's our Monday member email, and I'll talk about that in a second. We also did a lot of things new last year, and we have a couple new projects coming in this year. But most importantly, we launched the Truly Hermosa website and visitors guide. We call it a destination guide. That is trulyhermosa.com. It's separate from the Chamber's website, but it is all managed from the Chamber, like I said, because we are also a visitors bureau. So when you walk around town, you see QR codes on the ground. You scan that, you go to our website, where we only list Chamber members in the directory, and same with our published guide that we produce, Truly Hermosa magazine. So we've been busy. And but really today is to make sure that you understand all of the benefits that you get at the Chamber. So I'm going to do a little walkthrough about the portal that hopefully people have logged into, or at least our website that you've used. Our website for the Chamber is hbchamber.net. Our visitors bureau is trulyhermosa.net. And when you visit our website, you get a lot of opportunities if you log in, and you get opportunities even if you don't log in. I'm going to go back real quick. One of the things I recommend to new members is go to this sign up tab here. And if you do, you can sign up for the Beach Bulletin newsletter. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but I want to point out this is where you sign up for our email communications. You'll automatically get member communications, but we have separate lists for promotions and newsletter. So I recommend you sign up for both of those here so you can see what they are. Our member benefits page is up here, membership -info. There's a lot on there. If you didn't already read this before you joined, I do recommend you go back and check it out. We do have a lot of advantages to membership. And this year we launched the Plus program, which is to keep dues low for everybody pretty equally. We added a add-on that you can add to your membership and as a Plus member. So people who heavily participate in Fiesta, our scavenger hunts, and promotional emails get a value, so massively discounted and free participation in Fiesta if you're in the physical footprint. There's some clarifying points there that I'm happy to make at the end of this presentation if you'd like any. But you can check this URL out at any time to see what benefits come with your membership. Also, you can always just email me or info@email. That's shy, and we will gladly respond. Here's another list of various things that we do. This is all access to you on that page. A lot of it is repeat from what I'm going to talk about today. We have a master calendar of events, which you'll find once you log into the portal or click on any member pages. You can also just look at our calendar. So we are the main community calendar for all events. We welcome all organizations, groups, businesses, whether members or not, to add their events to our calendar. So anybody at any given point can visit the chamber calendar and know in general what's happening in the community. We also get a ton of visitor traffic here with our footprint into the downtown area, and people come in all the time looking for events, and we point them straight to our events calendar. But this calendar that you see on the screen here is a review of mostly the events that we produce, or our main signature events and member events. They include new member orientation, sidewalk sales, and months in which we'll, celebrate various, national holidays and thus forth. So that's available to you. And I believe this is this year's calendar. If you can't find it in your login portal, you can always email me and I'm happy to send that link to you. We update it as we make changes too. We have a business directory. When you completed your application, you automatically get listed in the business directory. This year, we're going to undertake redefining the categories in the business directory to be more, 2023 relevant. Some of these pre-exist decades of work that we've done here that are just common, and most of them are empty categories. So I'd like to have a more reflective business category organization that you can kind of find on trulyhermosa.com. By the way, we don't list all members on Truly Hermosa only because we list members that are relevant to visitors. So since that is our visitor audience profile, so if you're, for example, a CPA, we might not include you on trulyhermosa.com, but you're definitely in the chamber business directory. We just do that so that we can deliver visitors content that they're most likely looking for. This is the events calendar I talked about. It's pretty robust. One thing I didn't mention is not only are there going to be events on there that we produce and events on there that the public submitted, but there's also going to be events from two various organizations that help small businesses. And that's SBDC, Small Business. Actually, I don't know what the DC stands for. I probably should have looked that up, but it's part of the SBA. They put on free or low-cost events all the time, and we put them on our calendar. So you can see one right here. You can click on it and attend that. We just provide the connection for you knowing what those are. We also do SCORE events. If you're not familiar with SCORE, SCORE is a phenomenal nationally funded organization that provides mentorship for businesses and entrepreneurship. And you can connect to their services directly on our website. If you click down under membership, I believe it has SCORE under there. You can, for free, request a SCORE mentor, and they will meet with you. You give them a little profile about your business, and they pair you with either somebody who's retired from your industry or has experience in whatever needs you have, and they can be a mentor for you and give you guidance on business planning, marketing, outreach, growth. That we've heard back from a lot of businesses that take advantage of that for free, that it was totally worth their time. So you can always do that. They also produce regular webinars and events to help small businesses, and we put those on our calendar. So you'll always see SCORE and SBDC events on our calendar. Woo, I went forward. Hang on, here we go. I went way forward. Okay, so those are on our calendar. Under the Member Center, just as I mentioned, and there it is, SCORE's at the bottom of the list. Marketing Ops, it's a little outdated right now. I need to update it soon. But resources, we try and update this page, although it might be a little updated at the moment, with any resources you might need. Particularly during COVID, we had a lot of opportunities and resources on there for people to get data. We had free PPE for members. We had resources or links to grants and free funding. And so we posted those there, and some we've changed. We have job postings. This is free. This is part of your member benefits. You can enter any job openings you have. We will publicize them automatically on the website, but then we also pull from there and we include them in our community newsletter, which is the Beach Bulletin, so the community can see job openings. And then I believe we also, if you do them on social and you tag the chamber, we add them under a little button called hiring. So we help spread the word if you're looking to hire folks. Member to member deals. We haven't put in a lot of investment in this, but I would like to in this 23 year, and making sure that we provide opportunities to other members. We do have, for example, Minuteman Press of Redondo Beach. They're a member. They offer a discount for all chamber members. And so that's where you'll find things like that. If you have a business type where you'd like to offer a a discount or some opportunity to other chamber members, maybe you're in the B2B business, we're happy to promote that, include it in Monday member emails, and put it online. Here's your member login. So if you're ever wondering about where to post jobs, where to see the events calendar, how to pay your bills, any of that, you can do it on your member login. All you need is your email. If you only joined the chamber and you've never actually logged in, you want to click the button to create a new account, because your login for your profile is a totally new account. And if you ever have problems with that, you can reach out to us and we'll help you. COVID is still obviously an item here. Musician directory, we have an opportunity for members who might regularly hire musicians for various events, or you're going to have a ribbon cutting and you want some music, you can look through our directory and connect with those folks. And then the membership info we already talked about. This is that login page. This is what I talked about. No login created, sign up now. So if you never created a password, it means that you need to first create a login. And then from there forth, when you register for events, you'll automatically get the member discount on whatever ticket you purchase or whatever you're doing, you'll automatically be listed as a member. This is what it looks like when you log in. It's not the most beautiful platform, something that I hope to work on in the future, although a little lower priority. But there's a little welcome message. There's any links that any members put here. Here's some job postings that automatically adds in the feed when you add that. Any other hot deals, events, tells you how to update your profile. This is a great place that reminds you to go in and update what you entered when you applied for the chamber, because that is information that's automatically shared in our directory. So if you haven't looked yourself up in our directory yet, I heavily recommend you do that. Check out. If you want to change any of that, all you need to do is log in and you can change your whole profile. So make sure that your information's relevant, that your locations and your hours are all relevant. This is what it looks like when you add a job opportunity on our job page. They're listed here. You get to enter when the job opening listing should begin and end. And again, we auto share these in our community communications. The resources, which I mentioned, and here's that score, finding a member. You can always click in there and click that button to find your mentor if you want to pursue that. So one of the biggest advantages to the Hermosa Chamber that you might not get from any other chambers is the opportunity for marketing. There's several ways to get your business profiled and viewed by community members and other businesses and our wider SoCal audience. So I'll go through these really quick. So Truly Hermosa, the Visitors Bureau, and the Chamber Business Directory. Like I said, these are two directories. One is visitor centric, that's trulyhermosa.com, and you can go there and check yourself out. And the other is the hermosachamber.net business directory. That's the chamber directory. One thing I will mention, if you guys are brand new, you're probably not on Truly Hermosa yet. We haven't done the full update yet. We do it seasonally. So you can send us a little reminder, hey, I'm not added on there yet. We'll gladly add you. Post your events and job listings on the chamber website. We already talked about this. That's one way to get exposure for those specific needs. Tag us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to talk about that in a second because that is one of the most popular things that we do to help you. Send us your ads, beach bulletin, local highlights. So one thing I'm going to show you in here is how to be included in that community newsletter, which is the beach bulletin, and have your little graphic or advertisement included in that. That goes every other week. I'll talk about that in a second. Promotions email, I'm also going to talk about that. We send that to about a 15,000 member email list. These are people who've expressed interest in various events that we produce, as well as anything the chamber produces for marketing purposes. We send everything from the bank is offering a great cost on a CD to advertising holiday meals at the nearby hotel. These are promotions emails are available to everybody. I went backwards. Here we go. And sponsoring events or projects. This is a great way. If you have budget, you can come in at a Love Local sponsorship. That's $1,000 for most of the events that we do. And you're listed as a sponsor on all of our sponsor communications. That gets a lot of people FaceTime with residents and so forth. We did a survey about a year ago asking local residents how much credibility they give to businesses that sponsor community events, particularly ones that the chamber produces. And the numbers by and large demonstrated that when we, the chamber, list our sponsors for an event, people pay attention to those and they care more about investing in those brands. So when your budget allows, we encourage you to participate and fund some of those projects. It's a great way for a marketing spend from your business. So going through, we also have ads in our printed directory. This is, if you can see me, this is our Truly Hermosa magazine. These are produced twice a year. So there's a fall winter issue. That's what this is. And we do a spring summer issue, which we're in production for right now, and ad sales end next week. We include inside of them, you can see some ads here for hotels, restaurants. There's also a full map and a directory, a bunch of information. If you've never looked at that, you should check that out. And I'll drop a URL after this and can talk about it. But it's hbchamber.net/magazine. And that gives you all the information you need to be included. Now, all members are automatically listed in the directory in the magazine. Ads are for people that want a little bit more colorful exposure. Maybe you want a placement by an article we're doing about the schools. You can kind of let us know what your interest is there. Personal referrals, we do this a lot. I'll get a lot of businesses coming in saying, hey, I want to expand outside of Hermosa Beach. I'm looking for a commercial real estate broker. We will connect you. People will also come to us and say, hey, we're having a ribbon cutting and we would like to hire a face painter. We'll connect you with them. Or you need some construction done in your business. We'll glad to refer a business chamber member who's been doing a lot of construction in local businesses. Excuse me. And then local deals. We have a page on our website on hbchamber.net where we offer deals to the wider public. So if anybody visiting our webpage clicks on the link in bio on any of our social accounts or scans a code and is looking for deals anywhere that they go, we list those on our website. So it might be use this coupon for $5 off purchase on our online store kind of thing. Those are opportunities available to you guys. So going back to our social presence, we have three main audiences that we target at the chamber. That is chamber members and general people interested in chamber activities. The SoCal audience, so basically residents of Manhattan down to Redondo Beach, and our visitor audience. That's, excuse me, people who might visit here from the LA area or even flying here to visit for vacation or staycations. So we target content on each of these three social media accounts to those audiences. The Hermosa Chamber account is always going to be announcing new members, new businesses in town, activities that we're hosting, resources for chamber members. I definitely recommend you follow that account. And when you are producing content on your own social media account that relates to other chamber members, tag us, tag the Hermosa Chamber, and we auto share all stories. We're tagged in on all three of these accounts, but we'll even post your content on our account if you just let us know and ask. So you can DM us on any of these accounts, or you can email us and say, hey, we're really trying to push this great event that we're going to have in our store next week. Can you post about it? Gladly, happy to do so. Hermosa One is our social South Bay social profile. It'll feature businesses, things to do, events, whether they're chamber events or other community events. It'll feature lifestyle shots of cute puppies in our neighborhood or surfing. It's an account where we really want all residents to follow and feel like they know what's happening in Hermosa Beach. Again, if you tag us in stories, we auto share. And then Truly Hermosa is, like I said, our Visitors Bureau account, and it's focused mostly on delivering high level quality content to people who are looking to come and stay in Hermosa Beach or visit, or really just want to feel like Hermosa is the place to go. Our caliber for posts on Truly Hermosa, the aesthetic is a little bit of a higher standard for obvious reasons. But these are three audiences that you can tag in any of your social posts. We're happy to receive those. This is just a quick tip on how to tag us in stories. If you're not a story expert, don't worry, you're not alone. You basically just do at and which 3 of our accounts, or all of them if you want, add it to your story, and it'll automatically tag us, and we automatically share it. So she put, great for Millie, she automatically shared here how to tag us in stories and posts. So if you need any help with that, just reach out to us and we're glad to walk you through that. This is a little outdated. We actually have 25,000 followers on, oh no, this is correct. 21,000 on Facebook, 11,000 Instagram followers, and we have a Truly Hermosa TikTok account that we, on a recent post, got 10,000 likes. So I'm pretty proud of that. We have a massive following. So I encourage you to definitely take use of our social media tagging to get some exposure. And so I talked about the Beach Bulletin. This is it. Like I said, I recommend you go to sign up on our homepage and joining this newsletter. It's completely separate. We don't automatically enroll members. The Beach Bulletin goes to all South Bay residents, or basically anybody interested in receiving a newsletter. But from our perspective, our target audience are Hermosa residents. So in it, there's always a welcome message at the top. We include a listing of all special events. We include community news. We consider this newsletter a community service we offer to the community. It's not always a heavy push for business promotion, as much it is that we pride ourselves on being the source of all things Hermosa, and this newsletter is our avenue for that. In the local highlights section of that newsletter, you can submit to us an ad. These are specific dimensions. It's 1200 by 630 pixels. And then you give us the link to, and we will automatically provide that link to that image in this section. People in here will do promotion of events. They will offer sales. They'll highlight a new service they're doing, or just in general promote their general business. This is free. You may submit and request which issue to be in. You can be up to 6 issues a year. So maybe you want to plan for the year in advance and pick which issues you're going to do some promotions. Just let us know. And you can pick a date. You can come to Shy. Shy's the one that manages this. That's the info@hbchamber.net account. You can say, hey, I'd love to reserve my spot for a spring sale I'm going to be doing April 15th. Which issue is that? And she'll tell you when the next issue is around that and reserve your spot for that. We do need to receive art the week before an issue goes out. And again, they go out every other week. We have one going out this week. Deals. I mentioned this from the Chamber homepage. You can click on deals. We automatically add if you get in the newsletter. So if you do one of these highlights here, we automatically add your highlight to the deals section of our website for 1 month after that issue. But you don't have to be in the newsletter to continue to distribute deals. Let's say you want to do 4 deals. We won't let you do 4 ads in the newsletter, but we will let you put 4 deals on our hot deals page. So you can pick whatever you're promoting, a discount code, a sign up and win. All of that can go into hot deals. There's no limit. So you can include that if you log into your portal. This is the promoted email I was talking about. So we have, separate from our membership communications and separate from our Beach Bulletin newsletter, we have a list that you can sign up for there on the homepage called promotional emails. And this is where people sign up. We automatically sign up people who sign up for anything at the Chamber. If you've bought tickets to an event we produced, or if you came to an event or you did a workshop during the holidays, we automatically add your email to this promo list, but you can also self-include yourself in this promo list. We send promo emails up to 2 a week to all of our audience profile. And again, that's up to 15,000 emails. We have a 34% open rate and I think a 2% click rate, which is pretty good for nonprofit industry. We will promote whatever it is you're advertising. What you do to do this, oh, and this is a little outdated. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, in 23, that price went up to $150. This is the only chamber benefit that we have where it's an additional cost to participate in the marketing spectrum. So things like scavenger hunts, there's a cost for participation to that. But that's not a marketing aspect. This is the only marketing aspect that it's $150 per send. That's why most people plan it out in advance. The email goes, it says promoted email, and then the tagline, the subject line is whatever you want. Then you give us a graphic. Sorry, keep touching the mouse. The graphic is exactly a graphic. We don't do any type or anything. It's a singular flyer. You give it to us, and then we hyperlink a button to be whatever you want it to say. And we've gotten really great return on this. There's some people in the community that regularly schedule these for the whole year and do them pretty regularly. Again, this price is off. It's actually $150. That changed in 2023. Member emails is moving away from marketing. The biggest way to really make sure you know what's happening in the chamber and what's happening in the community and how to get the most value out of your chamber membership is to make sure you open your Monday member email. On holidays, it'll come on a Tuesday, or sometimes it comes Monday at midnight. I'm very sorry. But at the beginning of every week, you receive an email from info@hbchamber.net. That's from Shy. That includes everything you need to know as a chamber member. Any activities happening coming up in the community, any, for example, utility notices, when Edison is going to be doing drilling and your power is going to be out, we include that. When the city is giving notice to various members that this is happening, we put notices in there. When there's opportunities to participate in events that we're producing, when there's opportunities to participate or fundraise or sponsor other community events, not chamber events, we include those. For example, next week, you'll see an appeal from the Hermosa Beach School District Parents Association. They're looking for funders for their Dolphin Dash. We include upcoming events. We include upcoming council meetings, anything relevant you might need to know about that. This Monday member email is the most important thing you can do when you're with your chamber membership to stay clued in on what's happening. So use this as a resource as well. Let's say, for example, your business is going to be participating and sponsoring a South Bay event, and you would like, as your business, to advertise that it's happening and that people can participate and come join. We're happy to communicate that for you. Or if you're a business that's going to be subletting a segment of your business, or you're a business looking for space, let us know. We're happy to advertise that to our membership. So anything you want to communicate to the whole membership, we will include it. And you're not limited to the issues. We can include it several weeks in a row, should you need that. So the other component of your membership that some people don't know they need until they really need it is advocacy and guidance. So the chamber is here for you as a resource and any questions you have about this community. One advantage to being a less than 20,000 resident community and 1.4 square miles is that I oddly know a lot about everything. So let's say, for example, you wanted to come in and film a commercial in Hermosa Beach, even if it's just on your iPhone and you're paying to promote it on Hulu or whatever avenue you might be doing, call me. I'll let you know what's required for permitting. If you want to put an A-frame in front of your business, or you want to do a different sign in front of your business, don't know what's involved, call me. I'll help connect you to the city and help get those answered for you. If you received a code violation and you don't understand why you did it, I will connect you with the right people at the city. If you're applying with the city for something, we will typically take that to our advocacy committee, and if they sign off on it, we advocate for you. I'll give you a good example. The H2O Hotel has applied for a CUP modification. That's a conditional use permit. Right now, they can serve beer and wine to guests of the hotel. They would like to expand that to all alcohol and include all residents of the community, so you can come and enjoy a glass of wine in the H2O hotel lobby, which is gorgeous, by the way. They're applying to the city. We are going to be advocating on their behalf, writing a letter of support, attending all of those meetings, gathering other businesses' endorsement of that effort. We come full force when it matches the interests of membership. So we're here for you for those types of things, small and large. We have a city liaison. Her name is Christy Teague. She comes to some all-member meetings, but she's also just available to all members. Should you be having some challenges with the city, or not challenges, just inquiries, I'm not available, you want to go directly to the city, or in general, you just want to be connected to the city more, I'm happy to introduce you to Christy. She's a phenomenal asset. We also have an economic development stakeholder group that term ended in 22, but we continue an economic development committee to allow members to advocate for other members. Let's say you're passionate about policy, but your business has nothing to do with that. You can join the Economic Development Action Committee and be more involved in this community. And, you know, it might benefit you in ways you never knew. Same with volunteering for the chamber, which we ask for a lot from members. So one thing I wanted to mention in here that I don't think is listed in here, maybe it is coming up. I'll talk about committees. I do think actually it's connected. I talked about, sorry, tangent a little bit. I talked a little bit about connection to businesses. We're happy to make those connections for you. Let's say you're a payroll stub business and you would like to reach more chamber members. You can host a webinar. You can essentially sponsor it. We will host it, we'll communicate it, and you can present to the chamber membership. There's obviously a cost in sponsoring to that level, but we are your resource to connect and get businesses to come in who might be interested. We have a networking event coming up on March 1st that's focused on event producers and event suppliers. So let's say you're a nonprofit organization that regularly holds a beach cleanup and you're constantly looking for the right printer to print your signage, marketing connection to get your digital ads out there, security that you might need for the event. We're going to bring everybody together at this first networking event on March 1st to connect people that produce events and people big and large, and people that supply resources for events, so you can make some connections there. As I mentioned, business to business discounts, Minuteman and Redondo Beach, they give each member $100 worth of free printing. I highly recommend you take advantage of that. If you have questions, I can connect you with them later. You can just look them up. James owns the business there. He's a great guy. You can reach out to him for your needs. We also do ribbon cuttings. If we haven't done a ribbon cutting for you yet, we can do them. If you have a virtual business, we can do it. You can reserve a place at an existing business or reserve space on public land. That's a little bit of a permit process, but I can help you with it. Whatever you're thinking, we can come out. We invite city stakeholders. We invite the community if that's what you want, and bring people out. Sometimes there's some celebrities if you're a business that has some celebrities as part of your ownership. But we bring the scissors, the rope, the people, and do some cool photographs and celebrate your business opening. You can do anniversary. You don't have to just do ribbon cuttings, which, by the way, you can do all the way in the first year of your opening. A lot of people aren't ready for this ribbon cutting event the first day they open their doors. But also a lot of businesses in general want to celebrate a 5-year anniversary, a 10-year anniversary. If they never had a ribbon cutting before, we're happy to do that. So some other things the chamber produces by way of events in general, webinars, presentations, networking events, industry specific groups, board elections. These are all things that we do. A couple things not mentioned in here. The Hermosa Circle, we have formed in 2022 a women in business arm of the chamber. If you are a woman entrepreneur, a woman employee of a business that takes a lot of lead and you want to get involved in business in the community, or you're just a brand new business, you don't have to be a woman. It's just a group that's mostly woman heavy, but you can identify whichever way you want and join the group. They do a regular monthly networking event, typically at a woman-owned business, and it's a great way to connect. We just had Galentine's last Wednesday at Decadence, and there were 100 RSVPs to that event. It's the largest networking event that we've produced yet. So it's a great community of women. They provide a lot of support. I hate to say this out loud, but in general, emotional support. There's a lot of great women in the group who don't really want to come to a regular chamber networking event to talk about the struggles of their business, but I feel very comfortable coming to a Hermosa Circle event to communicate and say, hey, are you guys having some of these same struggles? I think because there's a lot of new entrepreneurship in that group. It's amazing. So I recommend you join that. That's sort of an industry or gender specific group. But again, you don't have to be a woman. Anybody can join that group. We do networking events, which I mentioned, webinars, presentations. We're going to have a webinar coming up on payroll soon. We're also going to have a webinar come up on advertising, digital advertising. We have a new chamber partner Zip and Mail, who offers free advertising on a trial basis to start off with digitally to Hermosa and South Bay residents. So there's a lot of opportunities. We give resources to members. And then, of course, board elections. They happen in November. You get an opportunity to dictate the direction of the chamber, and or you can run for the board. That's certainly an opportunity all members have to them. We have committees. These are, I believe, all the committees that were voted on for the 2023 year. If you particularly would like to step outside your comfort zone of just using the chamber for the benefits that we have, which is totally okay, but also want to get more involved at the chamber and dictate a little bit of the activities in the community, whether it be helping advocate for businesses when they need help, or being involved in some of our event planning, economic development. If you've seen the Boards Across Hermosa project with skateboards and various windows, we are the producer in the Economic Development Action Committee. That's their project. They do cool, fun projects like that, or help welcome new members, tourism, you name it. Just reach out to me and I'll add you to any of those committees. One important thing to know is that our committees are action-based. They are not a regular monthly meeting robot style. They're as needed. So for example, the advocacy committee just exists as a list of people in an email list. And when something needs advocating for, I email the group and the group communicates an email whether they need to have a meeting about it, or they can all just endorse the idea and come out to support at a council meeting for a business that might be advocating for something. So those are some committees. We other ways to participate for sure. Annual sponsorship. We have a program called the Hermosa Partner. It's a $10,000 per year contribution. It might be above a lot of our members' level, but it's good to know about. These members, for example, Athens, Cal Water, Hammett, the handbag company, are all Hermosa partners. They get listed on every publication, digital and print, that we do, and they get to brag about being a sustaining member of the chamber, a sponsor of the chamber. We also have other, obviously, events and projects that are available for sponsorship. I mentioned this before. Things as big as Fiesta Hermosa, but also sidewalk sales. We do a gift exchange during the holidays, a Secret Santa, where we ask residents to shop, to sign up, and then they shop local only, and they gift to a randomized neighbor that we pair them up with. It's now been going 3 years strong. People absolutely love it. It's a really cool opportunity. That's a sponsorable event. So our webinars and community projects like Boards Across Hermosa and other events like that. So if you're looking, let's say you're just like, we're looking to invest our dollars in something where it can be recognized as part of a community event, I can help pair that event with you and figure out where to spend that money. So there's a lot of cool opportunities like that. I'll give you a good example of that while we're on it. The St. Patrick's Day Parade is actually funded. So the Chamber of Commerce is a 501c6 nonprofit organization. And what that means is typically sponsors come by way of businesses and sponsor activities that they can deduct as part of their marketing dollars. But what does that mean for a resident or a small business that basically would be pulling out of their own pocket to contribute, and it's not really a business expense? We created the Hermosa Chamber Foundation, which is sole mission is to promote and build community tradition events that primarily benefit the resident community as opposed to the business community. So we've identified those as the St. Patrick's Day Parade and the tree lighting and Hermosa for the Holidays event. These are events that benefit business because we bring a lot of people out, but truly they're community traditions that the community wants to see preserved. So that's now funded by the Chamber Foundation. So you, as a resident, if you're a resident or not a resident, as a person and not a business, want a tax write-off, you can contribute $500, $250 or $500 and completely be the sponsor for a nonprofit to participate in our parade and be recognized as the sponsor of the whole event at a lower price point, and that's 100% tax deductible. So the foundation has offered us an opportunity to run some community events and give low price point sponsorship opportunities to businesses and residents who might want to come in and aren't really swimming in the $10,000 category, let's be honest. So other chamber events on that line that you can sponsor, the Best of Hermosa, we just had those awards last week. It was fantastic, sponsored by Sky One Federal Credit Union, the Lauren Forbes Group, and Skechers. Those are some people that usually show up with big dollars. We also had $1,000 sponsorship price point, and the parade has even less than that. The State of the City, we host the State of the City. We did it by the Fire Tower this year. That was sponsored by Athens. We're grateful for that. And then other ways to get involved and sponsor opportunities, as I mentioned, the St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up, sidewalk sales, which happen 3 times a year, January, April, and August. And I can answer questions for that if there's any businesses on today's call that are interested in figuring out how to get on a sidewalk when we do sidewalk pop-ups. Memorial Day Fiesta Hermosa, Locale 90254, a brand new event we're going to produce this year, the last weekend of September, that's going to be focused a little bit like Oktoberfest. We haven't really defined that event yet. The events committee will be doing that. We're excited about that. And then Hermosa for the holidays. Those are all things that you can get involved in. You can sponsor, you can participate, you can volunteer. One other thing here to finish out this presentation, the South Bay Workforce Investment Board is a great organization if you're looking to hire employees and you don't have a lot of budget. They are a government-funded organization that basically supplies you, with employees. And it gives you like a trial period with new employees, and you can try and feel things out, but they give you government subsidized employees. So you might not have to pay in full a person's salary. You can hire them, and part of their salary will be paid by the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. Now, if you already have somebody hired, that's not how they work. They basically employ people that come through to them. But it's a great resource if you're looking to hire somebody new in your business. With that, here's some contact information. You can screenshot this, or you can just go to the website, or you can just ask me. My contact information is here. This is my cell phone number. This is how everybody reaches me. If you call the main line of the chamber, you're going to get a voicemail, because the volume of calls we get, that goes directly to a voicemail line that comes into me by email. If you really want to reach me, you can text me or call me at this number. Millie manages right now our events and marketing. So if you have any questions about that, you can email her at events. Shai does our communications information. She answers the info email, and she preps the beach bulletin and the community newsletters, as well as the Monday member emails. Marina is in charge of she's on our board of directors, and she's our chair of membership. She usually reaches out to new members. You may have heard from Marina or Jan, who welcomed you to the chamber. They're board members. And then you can learn more about our board of directors here, and we can meet. We can make virtual appointments if need be, but we can also quickly answer questions in text or anything like that you might need. And I believe that is the end of my presentation. There we go. Stopped sharing. All right. So I'm here. If you have any questions about anything you just saw, have any questions about the upcoming magazine that we produce, anything on the website, anything you're currently being challenged with, let me know. You guys are easy. I'm going to stop recording then, and then I'll stay.